I think it was in 2019, probably late 2019, when InfraCredit sent out an RFP for appointment of consultants, legal consultants to advise on the project. To also mention the fact that this transaction was done by two different teams within the office. So there was the project finance infrastructure team that managed the entire procurement around the concession agreement, the drafting of the project documents and all the various project documents, the direct agreements, the review of the EPC contract on behalf of the state. We handled all of that part of it. Then we had another team which was led by my colleague Ayodeji Yetunde on our capital markets M&A team. They managed the fundraising part of it, and they managed the bond issuance that needed to be done to raise the capital.
The infrastructure asset cycle has, I think, about 4 stages. The first stage is project development. The second is construction. The third is operations and maintenance. And the fourth is decommissioning or reversion. So if it's a concession, it goes back to the owner, decommissioning and so on.
From the acquired perspective and from my expertise in the field, I would want to say the ESG framework adopted by InfraCredit is an inspiring and commendable one. It is fully aligned to international best practices and their framework to understand environmental and social safeguard risks.
So with the Ekiti toll road project, for instance, when we received this idea from the Ekiti state government and the preliminary design that they had done, recognized that that's quite a bit more work needed to be done for it to receive the financing. So that whole process of putting it all together was what the team that I led was responsible for assembling.
We focused on balancing cost efficiency, cost with performance, and durability. Those are 3 things that we focused on. But also we have a concession project that needs to last 20 years. So your design from the onset must ensure that this project lasts 20 years plus. So we had to look and check the designs are durable, designs are functional, and the designs can last.
We had performed different work streams for InfraCredit. One of such was the environmental and social due diligence, or the preliminary environmental and social risk assessment, as you would call it. We had also provided consultancy for the environmental and social impact assessment, likewise the resettlement action plan for the project. During the ESIA, we did apply the Federal Ministry of Environment approach and the IFC performance standards, as well as the InfraCredit ESG policy and procedure requirements for the ESIA process. And during the course, we were able to visit the field on multiple occasions. We were able to discuss and engage directly and intensively with the project affected persons at the local level, and also with authorities that were in charge of different aspects of the project development, from the Ministry of Lands to the Bureau of Public Investments in Ekiti State Government, as well as authorities at the state level of decision making.
So apart from us having advised on putting in place a new legislation and drafting that legislation, it was important to make sure that the legislation that had been passed was properly followed.
Between January 2020 and January 2021, despite COVID, we were able to deliver traffic studies for the toll road, ESIA for the toll road, concession the toll road, deliver an identified concessionaire, and the first draft of all necessary project documentation.
During the course of the entire ESG process, or ESG due diligence process, which also evolved into the ESIA and RAP process, the cumulative impact assessment that was performed on the project informed the incremental impacts associated from building this new 68-kilometer project vis-a-vis existing road projects that take off from the center point of Ado Ekiti, basis on the cumulative impacts of other existing road projects and future infrastructure that was coming on board, to be able to feed back on the final design of that road project.
The technical assistance that we had received from KFW was the kind that we could deploy for those purposes.
We'll be giving a lot of kudos again to InfraCredits here. So because InfraCredits kind of served as the PM for the project. Different consultants all geared towards having a common goal to integrate properly. You hear my risk, you hear the risk from the legal and all, and I'll see if there's any technical view to it. So that integration approach ensure that all aspects of the project, from environmental down to legal to commercial, were addressed holistically with everyone working towards a shared objective.
A lot of times grants might be provided for project preparation, but the quality of the people that are able to oversee it and extract the value from it is also an important thing as well. So hiring the right people with these grants, ensuring that quality comes out of it is an important part of effectively applying this technical assistance and grants to unlocking the larger scale capital.